Hey everyone, it's Charlie at Overwatch Outpost. I recently received a letter that I wanted to read on a video for you guys here. Now, this isn't anything crazy out of the ordinary. We do receive this kind of stuff probably at least once a week, every other week. Normally people send it through email, but this letter is a little bit different. Someone actually took the time to mail us, USPS, a handwritten letter, along with a diagram or poster, picture. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I wanted to read this for everybody and respond to it as well. I put a lot of thought into responding to this. I wasn't going to, but after giving it some consideration, I'm going to read it and I'm going to respond to it. So this letter came in to us from the Charlemont Federated Church, and it was written by and it's signed by the Reverend Kara B. Hochhalter from the Charlemont Federated Church in Charlemont, Massachusetts. Dear Mr. Charlie Rico, in a conversation with one of the youth of our church, it became clear that he has some real concerns around the gun issues of our country at this time. He is particularly worried with the availability of the AR-15 and other assault weapons. I'm going to stop right there. AR-15s and so-called assault weapons are not available in the state of Massachusetts. We can't sell them. So I'll save you some headaches right there. Since you own a gun shop in our town, it's my town too, we would just like to know that our students are safe. We would like to know what you think. How can you help our students to feel safe in this town? Well, first of all, I wholeheartedly agree with you that we need our students to feel safe, because as a father, I have 5 kids and they all go to school. So yes, I want them all to feel safe. This is what I recommend. Teach your kids about safety. I am a certified NRA firearms instructor. This is the Eddie Eagle course, or video that comes with it. It's actually a full classroom course that we can teach. It teaches your children the basic tenets: stop, don't touch, run away, and tell a grown-up should they happen to find a gun. This is great. It's an absolutely wonderful resource for people to teach their children, and I am willing to teach this class for free to any kid that lives in this town. In fact, I contacted the Hollamont Elementary School. I spoke with the principal, Principal Rutz, and I offered to teach this class. In fact, I have all of the materials right here at the shop that I have already purchased to do K through 6. And the superintendent of schools, Michael Bonacotti, his response was, and this is, I'm relaying what I was told, his response when told that I had offered to teach the class for free was, absolutely not, we will have nothing to do with the NRA. So there's a concern for you to be worried about. Someone has offered to help and was told absolutely not, just because it's affiliated with the NRA, who's killed no one, by the way. Let me carry on with the letter. Would you think that a ban on assault weapons would ever be possible? Well, it's already happened, so yeah. And would you think this would keep these drastic school shootings from happening? How do you feel about the idea of teachers being armed? Well, I don't think that banning guns is going to do anything about school shootings. How do I feel about the idea of teachers being armed? Well, we know that gun-free zones have become kill zones. People don't get shot, or there aren't mass shootings in areas that are not designated as so-called gun-free zones. The majority of these tragedies seem to occur in gun-free zones. And how do I feel about teachers being armed? Well, I don't think that we should force anyone to be armed, but I do feel that if a teacher is duly licensed and has received the proper training and is comfortable carrying a firearm, then I don't see any reason why they should not be allowed to carry a concealed firearm for protection while in school, while at work, any different than anywhere else in society. As members of this community together, we respectfully ask your opinions and welcome a response. I have enclosed a poster created by the young person whom I mentioned. He wanted to make some visual way that people could understand how he feels. Thank you for your consideration. Most sincerely, the Reverend Kara B. Hochhalter, Charlemont Federated Church, P.O. Box 248, Charlemont, Massachusetts. And this is the poster. I will read it. Well, I'll show it first, and then I'll read it. So this is the poster that came in with the letter. You guys can pause that and read it if you need to, but I'll go ahead and read it to you. It has a little picture of a, I guess it's supposed to be an AR-15, but it looks a little crazy to me. It says, these assault rifles were given their name because they are meant to attack people. These guns should not be available for purchase into our community or any community, especially not for young people. These guns cannot be used to hunt. They are not used for sport. The assault rifles are exclusive for violence. The AR-15 was created to kill. Our gun laws must be strict and ensure that no people will get hurt. When children go to school, they should not need to worry about if they will get hurt or even killed. Because your store is located so close to multiple schools, there's only one school I'm aware of, but it is important that the children feel safe. They need to know how they should not need to worry about being murdered. Hopefully this message helps. I think I covered this pretty well in my initial response to the letter. But anyways, folks, feel free to leave your comments below the video, and any ideas, concerns, comments, whatever, feel free to share. My message to Reverend Hochhalter: if you would like to take a firearms safety course, I would offer it to you for free, as well as the Eddie Eagle program. The student who has written this letter, as well as anybody else who may attend your church or anyone else in town for that matter, I would be absolutely willing to provide the Eddie Eagle training course for kids absolutely free of charge. I already have the materials here. If that's something that you're interested in, get in touch and we'll go from there. As for you, Reverend Hochhalter, if you would like to spend a day at the range with me, I would gladly take you out and show you a little bit about firearms, and I guarantee you would walk away feeling a lot less reservations about firearms and safety. Thanks for your time, guys.